A new day, another fantastic drive on our pit stop to the creek. A 1,000-kilometre road trip from Rockhampton to the Julia Creek Dirt and Dust Festival. Along the way, we're pulling up at outback towns and beauty spots like Lake Dunn, a freshwater playground popular with locals about 70 kilometres northeast of Aramac. As well as beauty spots, the outback offers pit stops that could be straight out of the twilight zone.
So this is known as a healing circle. It's in the middle of absolutely nowhere, but it's one of 7 sites that are interconnected around the world. They're in Peru, Tibet, the USA, Turkey, and they're regeneration stations. We're about halfway through the trip, and I reckon if I step into here, the eye of God, I'll be interconnected with the other 7 sites around the world and thus re-energised. So here we go. Beam me up, Scotty.
So while the others catch up in their 4-wheel drives, I've taken a cosmic shortcut to the town of Muttaburra.
Now, Muttaburra is interesting in that it's witnessed some big events in Queensland's history. Bowen Down Station is just down the road from here, the scene of the Captain Starlight crime. That's right, Harry Redford nicked 1,000 head of cattle and one big white bull from that massive homestead, and of course the rest is history. Now go back a few 100 million years, and that's when this bloke roamed this region. Yes, you guessed it, and they named it the Muttaburrasaurus.
There's plenty of history to enjoy in Muttaburra. Prehistoric, of course, but today I'm joining up with the volunteer guide Brian Whitten for a tour through the Dr. Aratta Memorial Museum.
Wow, it's like stepping back in time.
It is stepping back in time.
It's like you just expect to see people wandering around and wow.
Dr. Aratta became the local medical superintendent in 1925, a position he held for 35 years. He was admired by all and was awarded the Order of the British Empire for his service. And it's clear that back then, things were done a little differently.
In here we have the operating theatre.
Oh dear. This is the business end of town.
This is the business end of town.
Oh, this just gives me the heebie-jeebies being in here.
The doctor used to ring up people with motor vehicles, and they used to shine their lights in through the window.
If he needed to perform surgery late at night, wow.
Yes, the doctor would operate for 4 or 5 hours under headlights of cars.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for modern medicine and the Royal Flying Doctor Service, isn't there?
Yes, yes, there is.
Another museum I'd recommend is the Casamatas Store and Cottage. Before the store closed in 1978, it's where you went to buy everything from boiled lollies to axe heads. It was, in fact, the only shop for miles. The store remains as it was, as does the family home right next door.
So this has become something of a tourist icon in the town, isn't it? And why is that?
Yes.
Why has it been kept the way that it is?
It's just been a very historic part of Muttaburra that people have wanted to preserve and keep for future generations to see, and for our visitors. We love showing them through the historic parts, and they all love it.
Well, the day's almost at an end, but there's just one more thing we have to do.
So if ever there was a spot on this journey to stop and take in a sunset, it would definitely be where we are right now, at the top of Mount Walker, 478 metres above sea level and about 8 kilometres shy of our stop for tonight, which is Hewenden. But before we get there, let's go watch the big bull drop.
The local council has organised some nibbles and drinks, and fellow pit stopper and up-and-coming country music star Mick Lindsay is providing the entertainment once again. Mick's just released a new album, but his favourite part of the process isn't being in the studio, it's pressing the flesh with the fans.
Dirt and Dust, you did it last year.
I did it a couple of years ago,
Right.
So
They're a wild crowd, aren't they?
oh, they're awesome. Yeah, it's just the best weekend. Honestly, I can say it right here on TV that it was the best weekend of my life still to date. And it's coming up this week. I've been looking forward to it for 3 years.
Might you write a song about it?
I might write a song about it.
You never know.
Well, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, I'll be checking out the crown jewels of paleontology, that is, but still, they're gonna blow you away. See you shortly.